While we hope this never happens to you, sometimes this does happen. Someone burglarizes your house, they break in the front door, and they steal your belongings. There's a lot of ways to help prevent burglaries, maybe letting the neighbor know that you're away, or maybe owning a pet like a dog. Maybe the best solution is just to get a home security camera. They're fairly cheap, less than $100, and this particular model has two-way audio, so you can actually communicate with your pets. Also, you can keep an eye on your robot vacuums to make sure that they're doing what they're supposed to do, and you can also pan and tilt so I can keep track of where they're going. Whoa, what is up guys, how's it going here? I'm super excited today because we got a cool new product and I got Bob Shark on my channel again. So let's go ahead and bring Bob Shark over so you can say hi. Hey Bob Shark, come here. Oh, oops, I forgot the battery. Yeah, that probably would help to put the battery into Bob Shark. Luckily this product I'm going to showcase doesn't have a battery, so we don't have to worry about this problem. Hold on one second, I gotta fix Bob Shark, okay? Okay, let's try that again. Bob Shark. That's better. Want to say hi to everyone? How's it going, buddy? Bob Shark, what do you want to show us today? Huh, what's in here? That's interesting. Thank you, Bob Shark. This looks like a security camera. So it says home security camera, 1080p HD, human detection, sound detection, and two-way audio. And if you notice, it has like a little motorized base so it can spin 260 degrees, also can pan up and down. So this is really cool. Let's go ahead and get this opened up. Bob Shark, I think that's a little overkill for what we need. Get something different, please. Hey Bob Shark, try something smaller. I don't think a hammer's gonna work. We need something to cut open the thing, not smash it to bits. Try again. I know he's sad. He wanted to smash this thing. So what I like about this company is they're really good at their customer service. I did have a couple questions about the camera, and they were able to get back to me promptly within a day or so. Or you can just call the number as well. Alright, let's go ahead and open up the flappy lid here. And we do have the instruction manual, has a nice little QR code, super tiny little booklet. You can probably put this in your pocket, carry it with you. There's a bunch of different languages, but it's very helpful. Kind of gives you the helpful tips of getting this guy up and running. Cool. I guess I'll put this in my pocket or something. Neatly laid out, you got your power cable. This is micro USB. So I like the fact it comes with a power brick. Samsung. The newer models don't have a power brick, so cool. They actually come with a nice little power brick. And so they also provide you with some mounting hardware so you can mount it to your drywall. I have it up on my ceiling, works really well, and it comes with some screws and the drywall inserts. So sweet. Let's check out the camera itself. Get this thing out of the way. Get this thing out of the way. Whoa! What is this? This looks like a little, what do they call it? The Weebo or some kind of character from WALL-E. I wish it talked to me or something. Actually, it can talk. Sweet, so this is the up and down here. And you got the 360 right here. And in the back here's the micro USB cable. And there's the QR code you can take to scan your smartphone. Very, very cool. And all the FCC warnings. Sweet. And here's the name of the company. Cool, let's go and get this plugged in and we'll check out the app and see what this guy's all about. Well, the setup is pretty simple. All you have to do is just get your camera. They do recommend actually plugging in first, so let's go ahead and do that. We're just plugging in our USB here. And you notice how long this cable is, just super long. I'm glad they give you a nice long cable. And in the back here's the micro USB port, and then if you lift this up, there's actually a micro SD card slot, so you don't have to use the cloud service. You can actually just record directly on the device. So if you worry about privacy issues, you can just use the device to record directly on here. So that's a nice little plus. Go and plug in the micro USB, and within a few seconds the camera will turn on. And the instructions kind of tell you how to do everything. And let's go ahead and scan the QR code to launch the app. So you can either grab an iPhone or Android device. We'll launch the camera app. And let's see if we can scan this. Pretty simple. And we'll download it. It's called the IMILAB Home. And if you haven't already done so, go ahead and create an account. For the US market, you actually use your email. Overseas, they actually have their phone number. And we'll go ahead and log in here. So before we create an account, make sure you're on the correct region. So we're going to select United States here. I already create an account, so I put my email address and my password. But if you do create an account for the US market, it will actually send you a passcode. All you have to do is just verify it's the correct passcode and you can create an account. So let's go and log in here. And one thing I know is that every time you switch devices, you do have to log into the same password. So I do recommend just saving the password if you don't have to put it in every time. So it looks like we got our first camera here, which I have installed. Now let's go and add a secondary camera. And it's already saying waiting for connection, so we'll go and select next. Now let's go and select our Wi-Fi network. Okay, so once you get the Wi-Fi password put in, just go and select next. So the process is pretty automatic. The app will connect to the camera and also connect to your Wi-Fi network. And this process takes anywhere from a few seconds to about a minute. And you'll see that little blue flashy indicator letting you know it's connecting.
Connection to Wi-Fi completed. Account binding successfully.
I like the fact that it announces exactly what's going on. It really helps the user out if you're not too sure if the camera's connecting or not. And if you know that it's connected, it's because of the solid blue light, and we're good to go. Super simple process. Let's go and launch it. And we should be able to see a live video feed. Hey, what's up? Okay, let's go and install a micro SD card. You can put up to, I believe, a 32GB micro SD card. So what you have to do is you actually have to zoom up a little bit. I don't recommend actually doing it by hand because you could damage the components. So let's go and just jump into it. Make sure I select the right one. So you can't change the camera name. So for example, I could make this my kitchen camera and you can make this the basement camera. And keep in mind that these are indoor cameras, they're not designed for outdoors. Okay, let me show you the micro SD card slot. It's actually right underneath here. We'll zoom up a little bit. You see the little slot right there? I'll install the little 32GB card. Okay, so this camera has the pan up and down. And once you hit your limit, you notice that it says I'm stuck, just letting you know that you've reached the limit there. Now let's go on the pan left and right. And this is almost 360 degrees. Okay, let's go and talk about the app here. So up top is the name, but you can always change it. Now, you got the screen right here, but you can also make it in full screen as well. And then the bottom is like your controls. So we got standard definition, or we can also go into HD. Now, one thing to remember is if you want standard definition, it's great for if you have like a lower bandwidth connection and you felt like the video is not as smooth. But you can also turn on the two-way audio.
Two-way audio?
Hello, hello.
Hello, hello.
And it works pretty well. Except for the echo. Now that's just because I have this recording two different devices. Okay, so you could also take a snapshot. Let's go and try that. Another one. Yeah, crazy hands. Also, you can record a video. So once you install the micro SD card, you can record directly on the device, or you can do cloud storage as well. And I'll demonstrate how that works. So now I'm recording, and we'll see how smooth and how well it does. Let's also add some audio. Hello, hello, hello. And we'll go and demonstrate that now. Okay, this is just a test of how well the sound quality and the picture quality using the micro SD card slot. So the next thing is we have the little expand window. So yes, we got full screen with the controls on the bottom. Very nice. There's that two-way audio. You can record. You can also take a snapshot. So if you want to take an instant snapshot, you can. Very cool. Okay, so in the bottom here, you got the events. So any motion it detects, it will let you know. This is great with like the cloud storage. You can also use this with the micro SD card slot. And here's the cloud service. Service plans. Motion video is 7 days, so actually record up to 7 days worth of footage. You can pay monthly or yearly. You can see that if you pay yearly, it's actually a little bit cheaper than paying month to month. But you also have the 30-day storage where it saves up to 30 days, and you can do month to month or you can do yearly as well. So very, very cool. So you also have playback, and I'll demonstrate that. And you can see that it's playing back. You can also make it full screen. It's not too bad. Let's go and jump back into here. And you also can switch the date. And you can do the timeline as well. You can scroll in. Next we have album. So let's go and check out album here. So it actually saves all the footage for you. And let's go ahead and jump into settings. So for the camera settings, we got the status indicator. We can do sleep. We can actually turn that off. We also can rotate the picture. So for example, if you wanted to put the camera on your ceiling, you can actually rotate the image. So now it's mounted on your ceiling. Let's go ahead and rotate that back for you guys. So you also have timestamp and lens distortion correction. So if you find that the image quality is not up to par, you can enable that as well. And you have event tracking. So what that does is if a person enters the room, it will actually track that person. And lastly, you got PTC calibration. This process takes about 30 seconds. So if you have any issues with the actual gimbal, just go ahead and calibrate this and it will kind of do the endpoints of the motions. This calibration is doing is actually calibrating the motors. And you can see that it's positioned right at 180 degrees and it's moving up and down as well to kind of help position the motors. Pretty simple process. Well, that's basically everything in the app. Pretty useful app. There's a lot of features, so go ahead and play with it. Find out these security cameras are very useful if you're away, or even if you want to just keep an eye on your pets. You can actually hear them and you can also speak back to them since this does have two-way audio. Okay, let's go ahead and give you my thoughts about this camera system. So I do like the fact that it's pretty inexpensive and it offers a lot of features like pan and tilt. Also has infrared so you can see night vision, and the two-way audio is nice to interact with your pets when you're away. One thing I do like is the fact that the setup was pretty simple and there's a lot of features in the app. Now the dislike is probably the cloud storage. You do have to pay for it. There's no free option. It's pretty inexpensive, and if you don't want to use cloud storage, you do have the option for a micro SD card slot. Unfortunately, you do have to purchase your own, which is about $7.99 for a few gigs. And while the quality is not the best, it's not like 4K or 2K, 1080p should be sufficient for most networks, and you probably don't want a really high bandwidth because a lot of slower networks won't be able to render the video properly. But for the most part, I found this camera is very useful. I do have a couple of these around my house, and I like the fact that I can pan and tilt and also zoom in to make sure everything is in check. Alright, so thanks for watching. You guys have a great rest of your day. And stay tuned. I got a lot of great products coming down the pipeline. And thank you for sending me out this unit. You guys are awesome. Alright, catch you later. Adios.